it says on your programs I'm being presented by John Timpanelli, the best, the greatest producer I ever worked with. He combs my hair. Oh, doesn't it look right? And he does everything. He carries my suitcases, and he meets us at the plane, and he does absolutely everything. Well, anyway, he's bringing all these marvelous shows in the future. Oh, it's amazing. You know, the future of Broadway is with regional theater. That's what everybody says on Broadway, and that's John Timpanelli. Well, anyway, I just had to yell about him. I just think he's so adorable. And he has these children, and I'm their great-great-grandmother, so I'll have to be back. To see them, so I'm glad of that. Well, you know, many of you here have asked me, how did you, Carol, ever get started in the theater? I never mind being asked that question because I do so dearly love to hear my own answer. See, my parents wouldn't let me go near the theater until I first, like so many of us, went to college. So I decided to go to Bennington, which is in the lower left-hand corner of Vermont on the map. It's always purple, you know. Well, Bennington, I should explain to you, is a progressive college for young women. Although I understand now they do allow some men to attend, but the ratio is 30-1, so the girls have to be really progressive. But I'm very grateful to Bennington because every winter, each of us girls was expected to go out and get a job at whatever it was she was majoring in. Since I was a drama dance major, see, I would have been a drama dance major, but the drama teacher came from New England and the dance teacher came from the Middle West. So, as I say, since I was a drama dance major, I naturally hot-footed it to New York to get a job performing. Well, the biggest theatrical booking agency was, I guess it still is, the William Morris office. So I went straight away there and asked to speak with the president, Mr. Abe Lastfogel. Oh, you knew him. Well, then you know that he's a man who's known as having a touch of genius, and so, of course, as a result, he never saw anyone, except occasionally John Wayne. Catherine Hebel, or Mrs. Lastfogel. He saw a lot of her. Well, somehow, by some mistake of his secretaries, there I was, face to face with the great man himself. He was a rugged tycoon. He could make or break anyone's career with a single bite on his cigar. I swung right into my first number, something I was sure of because it was a big hit with the girls of Bennington. A simple, ancient Gallic dirge in obsolete Vercingetorix French. You know, Vercingetorix. He was before all Gaul was all together. And this was the most thrilling part of the whole thing, the Orestes funeral chant. I remember how Mr. Lastfogel's eyes filled with wonderment as I showed him how the women of the Greek chorus lamented the ravages of war and the shortage of men. I had this little drum, see, it was in 9/5 time. Very difficult 9/5 time. What am I doing? Ah, here we are. So, this is 9/5 time. Premier, le massacre des enfants et la mère pleure qui où ce clair pleure, regarde qui retombe. Ouh, ouh, ouh. Well, Mr. Lastfogel thought that I should do someone better known than Orestes. Like Sophie Tucker. Well, I sensed that I was losing the great man's attention, so I said, no, wait, Mr. Lastfogel, I have another song here that the girls at Bennington just love. It's a Haitian corn grinding song. Rendered by the natives as they stomp out the kernels with their feet. They sing of their lost youth and pray for rain. Siye, tipo bingare, o tipo bingare, abobo. I wish he could hear you now. Well, as he was ushering me to the door and telling me not to phone him, he would phone me. I said, no, wait, Mr. Lastfogel, I have one more song here that the girls at Bennington just love. And before he could close the door in my face, I said, well, I ran across it in my studies on Middle European cultures. It went, Romania, 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 da molati Romania, Sierra Romania, Gudo Romania, given amor, kleine Lande, sie and wait, Mr. Lastfogel said, he said, I think I see a glimmer of talent in this girl. He said that his grandmother used to sing songs like this to him when he was a little boy. And do you know, Abe Lastfogel and I sang this song together. He was my agent all his life, and it went like this. My Shechayim, they give us best to Heilig singing, Shechayim, Hab the Kitzelin, still sets, Diary Dam, Sima, Diary Dam, sets, Diary Dam, sets, Sima, Diary Dam, right? And then, well, he said, you know something? I'm going to send you over to see Mark Blitzstein. He wrote modern American operas, wonderful operas. So he sent me over. He said, I want you, he's kind of weird like you are. So I went over, I did everything I ever thought was wonderful for Mark Blitzstein. I got the job, my first job on Broadway, and that's how I got into the theater. Yeah. Well, there was, I must tell you, that there was a big critic, the classical music critic, of the finest in New York, and we all genuflected to him. And but he, Virgil Thompson, and he liked the show, and he put one sentence in there that said, you may hear more about a satirical chanteuse named Carol Channing. And you know, I carried that in my wallet, in my purse, in my pocket, on my person for 4 solid years until I got another job. Oh, and the job was that Mr. Lastfogel sent me to Las Vegas, where I met my lifelong friend, Sophie Tucker. Do you remember her? Oh, well, for those of you who are too young to know what she said, Sophie, I'll have to explain to you, was an ample woman. She was large, she was fat. And you can't see now, but Sophie was born in 4th position ballet, which is this. That's 4th position ballet. This is 2nd, 3rd, well, it is. So she came walking toward me, and I said, Miss Tucker, I have never played in a gambling house before. First off, what should I wear? And she said, when you're in the casino, Carol, it won't help you to dress sexy. Believe me, baby, to the boys around the crap table, a low-cut dress is just another place to lose the dice. I said, lose the dice down the front of your dress? Did that ever happen to you, Miss Tucker? She said, I not only lost a pair of dice, but I lost the stick man who tried to get them out. Then she warned me. She said, oh, she gave me a great piece of philosophy. She said, no girl should risk everything she's got on the table or on any other piece of furniture. And then she warned me. She said not to get worried when I was in the casino if I heard a man say, I'll lay you 9 to 5. Or I'll lay you 2 to 1. She said that was just gambling talk, but that if a man says it to you without the numbers, then you can start worrying. And then she went into her battle hymn of the Republic. Some of these days, you're gonna try for a jackpot. Some of these days, you're gonna act like a crapbox. You pull that lever, it'll seem forever, and you doubt whether it'll ever pay. You feel so lonely, with 1 coin only. You'll say, I'll play this, and then I'll walk away. It hits the right slot, and you yell, jackpot! You're gonna hit that good old jackpot, yeah, some of these days. Well, do you know my first starring part on Broadway was in the Broadway musical Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And you must be very old. Well, anyway, it was about Lorelei Lee, my part. I got to play, and Anita, who's the authoress, stood by me and wanted. So I got, and she was a barefoot bumpkin from the foot of the Ozarks, and she came to New York and discovered that she could manipulate men like the president of General Motors. She brought virginity to every man she met. And she became one of the richest women in the world. And this was I'm just a little girl from Little Rock. We live beside the track till the gentleman took me out one night, and after he taught me wrong from right, we moved to the right side of the track. Then someone broke my heart in Little Rock, and I up and left old Arkansas. Like a little lost lamb, I roamed about till I came to New York and I found out the one you call your daddy ain't your pa. I was young and determined. I was wined and dined and earning every night. Opportunity would knock. And now that I'm known in the biggest banks, I'm a-going back home and give my thanks to the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong. I said the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong in Little Rock. You know, if one is fortunate enough to have 3 smash Broadway musicals, smash hits. Well, I did some 10 shows on Broadway, getting a little larger part each time and understudy and all that sort of stuff. And if you're fortunate enough to be starring, huh?
No diamond!
Oh, you want to hear Diamond? Oh, all right. Well, I always follow the audience, so you never know. Well, a kiss on the hand may be quite a kiss may be grand, but it won't pay rental on your humble flat or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guy when stocks go high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then that those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I don't mean rhinestones. Diamonds! 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 Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Oh, look, now I can tell you, I guess. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, I had these 3 smash Broadway hits, and that's what you wanted, sir. I'm glad it worked out. Now, everybody, you got your one. You're screwing up the act. Well, I have to tell you, what a merry group that is over there. Aren't you glad they're on our side? Oh, so I was going to if you're fortunate enough to have 3 smash Broadways, the the traffic of the world goes through your dressing room. And I remember it was an opening night, and it was the first time that I met another lifelong friend, Tallulah Bankhead. Oh, you remember her. Wasn't she fabulous? Oh, well, but there's one thing I have to tell you, since I was a close friend and all, I knew, and all her close friends knew, that there are many people that have this problem. They can't keep their clothes on. Isn't that odd? They don't do it they go around nude, not to, they don't do it to be lewd or sexy or anything like that. It's an illness is what it is. Yeah. And we must all be very understanding and patient and with them and nurse them in a way. And so I always, it wasn't easy, but I only looked nothing at her face and not in the head. I just never looked down, and we just got along fine now. I had to get used to it, but the first time she came in, it was a bit startling because so she came in her famous fur coat, and she sat down on the sofa and spread the coat out, and that was it. She had a lovely hat on, a strand of pearl, and 2 black pumps. So I said, "Oh, Miss Bankhead, we have been working and working on this to get to this opening night, and for the last week we've been up all night, and I haven't had any sleep." And she said, "Well, take a sleeping pill." So I said, "No, I don't want to get into that addictive stuff, you know." So she said, "Don't be ridiculous. They're not addictive. I've taken them every night of my life for 36 years. I have, So then she said, you remember Lifeboat? You remember, wasn't that? Yes, I never forget it. Remember the scene in the Lifeboat when she had to cut off William Bendix's leg? And yes, and he gave him the booze and everything. She was cutting, so there she sat in the Lifeboat with her famous fur coat. And so and they looked at the rushes that night, and the producers said to one another, "Look, somebody has to tell Miss Bankhead to at least wear underwear." So they said, "Well, we would, but which department should tell her? Hair, wardrobe, or makeup?" Well, anyway, I dared it up to Lula. And then she said, see, we had the same birthday, and she said, "Oh, yes, everybody great was born on her birthday, doesn't know what happened." And another one that came through the dressing room was Ethel Merman. Oh, yeah. What a dear, oh, I loved her. Well, anyway, we all loved her. We were just, movies were like sun through glass with her, you know, no vitamin D, no. But anyway, she came in with her little girl, and I remember her saying, "Yeah, I know there's a war on. I read Variety." And then her little girl said to her, she said, "Mommy, why do I have so many daddies?" "'Cause you're lucky." And then there was after finally, when it became a big smash hit, they brought us to London, and I got invited to, because of three command performances, the Queen and the Queen Mum but then yes, Lady Astor invited me. She, where the perfume case took place, and Lady Astor invited me and she was an American originally, but she became more British than the British. She had a seat in Parliament and everything. So she said, she put me next to a Sir Benjamin Harrison. Sir Benjamin was one of those long-toothed British he had what is known as a Mayfair accent. What it amounts to is you can only understand about every fifth word. So I said to him, when I finish playing here in London, I would love to, I'm going to go to Istanbul. And he said, when you get to Istanbul, you must taste the chai that has been wolf. I said, I beg your pardon. And he said, I said, when you get to Istanbul, you must taste salad. And this went on several times. And so finally I turned to Lady Astor and I said, can you tell me what is Sir Benjamin saying? And she said, well, he's saying, when you get to Istanbul, you must taste the cherries that are as big as golf balls. I said, well, how do you know what he just said? And she said, oh, that's what they always say when you're on your way to Istanbul. So here I am. Oh, you want to hear that? All right. All right. I'll bet very few of you remember a girl named Cecilia Sisson, who starred. Oh, you do remember. Well, then we can tell the others who she was. She starred in the first all-talking, all-singing motion picture, Mississippi Melody. Beautiful Cecilia Sisson with the face of an angel and the figure of a wood nymph. Among the top 10 at one time and now but a memory. What happened? This is the inside story. She said this at the Screen Actors Guild meeting that I attended. And she said, my name is Cecilia Sisson.